I'm gonna be here for an hour.
Mhm. Mm. I remember. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Okay, so the difference between the two his is one is the his of the subject and one is the his of the object. So if the
Gotcha.
object is another person, they have a different his.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I think let me try and think about it in a way that makes sense. I don't think we have that for his in German, but we do have it for your.
I see.
Because I think we're talking about the exact same thing, but it's applied to different words. Because it's like,
Gotcha.
I give, like, I love you, for example. I love you, ich liebe dich. You say dish. But if you're saying, um, give me the dog. No, that's a bad example. I give you money, right?
Let's see if I
Money
die.
is the object.
Okay, you
Oh!
can fall from too high, but then you
Hey, we
respawn
learned.
right back where you were.
Look
Interesting.
at what we've learned. So I love
Fuck.
you, ish, leave a dish. But if you say, and notice the dish part, right? But if you say, I give you money, ich gebe dir Moneten. So you say dir instead because it's the indirect object. And I'm assuming that's the same thing in Latin, based off the fact that it's in German, but I could be
Oh, of
wrong.
course it's raining as well.
What I find interesting is that a clear depiction of why English is not a purely Romance language is the fact that we use I instead of E as our first person singular.
Hmm. Yeah.
Because if it was purely Latin, we would be going off of ego, which would be like, "I went to the store today.
Yeah.
I love you," but
I
we go
love you.
off of ich,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I mean,
So we say I.
English is a Germanic language. Like, if you look
Yeah.
into if you were to look up Germanic languages, under every single context and definition, English would be called a Germanic language, which is interesting considering that the majority of the German language, or the English language, is from
Right.
Roman, and French. Oof, you're getting your anus handed to you.
I got an achievement from that. That's cool.
Yeah, I saw that. Achievement completed.
Um, but like the thing is that a majority of English's big words are Latin, but
Exactly, yes.
all of our small words are Germanic or other languages that
Yeah.
we picked up.
And most of the Greek comes from like scientific stuff, like the
Oh
words
shit.
geology and astrophysics. Those words are
Yeah,
like Greek, but
yeah.
like the words like immigrate or distinction, stuff like that, that's all from Latin or French.
My favorite is what's it called? It's defenestration.
Defenestration?
Yeah.
The act of throwing
I'm,
people out of windows.
I was
Sorry.
it's okay. Oh, I love that word. Fenestra in Latin means window and de means out or out of.
Gotcha. So
It
throwing
translates to
people out of
out the
windows.
window.
Yeah.
It's cool.
See, I didn't know the etymology, so at least you have that.
Yes.
It's it just didn't take away the best part. Thousand Winds Temple. Why does that look like the dome from GTA?
Dome.
Yeah. The Doomsday Dome. I think is what it's called. I don't know.
Do you know what AM and PM stand for?
AM and PM?
Yeah.
Oh God. Uh,
Ooh, ooh.
no, not
Oh,
I don't remember anymore. I know somebody told me, and I'm like, cool, and then I forgot, and it's been 6 years.
Ooh, I know,
gotcha.
I know.
What
All
is
right,
it?
what is it?
AM is ante meridium and PM is post meridium.
Yep, you
Yep,
got it.
yep, that's what it is. Yep.
Yeet.
I remember that now that you said it, but because I know somebody told me, but I'm like, shit, I don't remember it. Post meridian. Is it post
Yeah.
meridian or post meridium?
Post meridium with
Meridium.
an M at the end.
Gotcha.
Meridium.
Not to be
Numma.
confused with the, prime meridian.
Meridian. Yeah. Another cool one is have you ever looked at a like a document by your teacher or like any sort of document and it says NB?
NB?
NB, like in period B, like it's a
I've seen that, yeah.
shortened. It stands
Abbreviation.
for nota bene, which means take good notes.
Not to
Ah.
be confused with when you see NB on Twitter profiles.
Oh, yeah.
Non-binary, yeah, right. I was gonna say, what do you mean by that? Also, not to be confused with NB in the context of a German declaration, which means nicht betrogt, which means not scanned. Uh,
Oh.
so if you ever see a German document of something literally something like there's no way in the world this would ever happen. So I don't know even why. I don't even know why I'm asking. I'm giving you this information because there's no way that you would ever be a TSA agent specifically in Western Germany and speaking German. And the fact that I know this is really weird, but that's what it means.
Useless trivia is inherently sexy. Or at least people who have tons of useless trivia to share.
Oh boy, am I full of that.
Me too. Like for example, do you know
Fuck.
et
Fuck. Fuck.
cetera, etc.?
Etc. Yeah.
It comes from the two words et and cetera, which means et is and cetera is other.
And other. Makes
And
sense.
the others, yeah.
You
And
know,
then
I
et
knew that et was
alia,
and, because that's what it is in French, but yeah.
oh, huh. Et alia is usually seen at the end of like research papers. And alia stands for and the other people.
I was thinking et al. Is that what it is? Et al?
Et alia. It's et al as abbreviated, but
Gotcha.
it stands for et alia.
Gotcha. And the other people. Yep,
Mhm.
makes sense. Because I bet you probably know this, considering it's Latin, but I want to flex my knowledge on the fact that I know that IE does not in fact mean in example, it means id est, or however you pronounce it, which basically
You
just
pronounced
means,
it good.
which basically just means it is, or it is. It is what it is, kind of. I'm probably not pronouncing.
Yeah.
Yeah, just something like that. It's how we
Yeah.
use it. Now, e.g., that's exempli grati, right? Exempli grati?
Yes.
Yay. Random abbreviation knowledge.
Dang, these driver cars kind of suck at driving in the rain. Definitely doesn't have anything to do with the fact that I decreased the difficulty severely.
And I know that RSVP means rendezvous s'il vous plaît, which is basically like respond please.
It's pretty cool.
Rendezvous is not like the way that we say it in English is not the way that it's used in French. Rendezvous.
Rendezvous.
Rendezvous. It's not used that way because basically, like when we say rendezvous, we're not using it in the correct tense. We're like, we're gonna rendezvous at this point, right? That's not how you would say it in French, because rendezvous just means like,
Rendezvous
receive
is a
that
noun,
to
right?
you. No, rendezvous is actually two words in French. It's rendezvous.
Oh.
So it's, and vous is you, and rende is like receive. So it's like received
Oh,
to.
so you're saying we'll meet you twice when you say, we'll or never.
You're saying you twice, right?
My
Potentially.
brain, my brain turned off.
No, that's fine. It's late. It's late. At least for me. But like
Oh,
if you're gonna
late.
say, like saying for example, you're going to rendezvous to this point. It's like saying, you're going to
Meet
request
you.
you at this point. Yeah. It's rendezvous. It makes sense in the context of English, and in terms of like request you or like stuff like that. But it doesn't make sense in French given by the case because once again rendezvous simply means like to you specifically, but in like rendezvous is request you. That's two different things, right? It's requesting to a specific person. But if you can rendezvous to someone else in English, then you can rendezvous to someone else or to something else. But yeah, other interesting French fact. That's what it was. I don't have another one.
So I've been picking up some Russian from playing Battlefield 4.
Mm-hmm.
And one interesting thing to note is that there are like 3 different forms of commands in Russian.
What do you mean by
So
commands?
let's say for example, I'll give an example. Атаковать эту цель, which means attack this target.
Mm-hmm.
Uh there are 3 different forms at least that are used in game and all seem to be grammatically correct. There's атаковать эту цель, there's атакуй эту цель, and atakoite tutel. I don't know what the differences are between each of them. I
Well,
assume they're used in different cases, but
yeah,
I really don't know.
that's exactly it. That's exactly it. So, interesting fact about Russian. Um, it works if you know like French or not French, Spanish and like Portuguese and stuff like that. Um, in those cases, those those languages are pro drop. And the reason why they're pro drop is because the syntax of the words support the figure, right? Like for example, if I in English, if I said um talk to you, right?
Right?
Or will talk to you. I guess I should say will talk to you. Um in English, it's presumed that the word is the subject is I. Like I will talk to you, or miss you. The word is presumed to be I miss you. You know, even if
Right?
you don't say I, it's presumed that it is going to be I if you don't add the I. Or love you, it's presumed I love you. Um, but in other languages, like notably Russian, Portuguese, probably Latin. Glia can back me up on this. I don't know, but um, all of the verbs are have cases such that depending on the case,
Yes.
the word can or cannot be implied. Like for example, in English or in German, you say "Ich lese" for I read, or you would say "du liest." So it would be you read, but it's least instead of lese, even though it's the same word. It's read, but in English it's always the same. So the cases, going back to your cases for Russian, with the examples of what was it like attack the objective? What was it again?
Yeah.
That was
Atakovate.
just that was just
Sorry.
simply a case of at least two of the cases are um, I and we. So basically, it's like saying I am going to attack the objective, or we need to attack the objective. That's basically what it's saying, and it's implied by the verb case that um, you don't need I or we because it's like based off of the case, it's already
Ah.
implied.
Latin
Okay.
has like a lot.
Yeah, Latin has a lot. I know Latin's-
Neschio, Nescase, Nesket, Nescitus,
French also has quite a few.
Nescun.
The problem with
Even
French is that they all. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
no, I finished. It's
Oh,
all good.
I was gonna say the problem with French is that yes, they have all these cases, but they are all pronounced the same. Like, um, like monton, like monton,
Whoa, I'm
which is
halfway
pronounced.
there.
If you were to like
Whoa,
spell it, if it was in English,
get me
it would
out
be
of
like
here.
Montenant, right? But you just
Cannot.
yeah, but you just completely skip the last 3 letters. Like it looks like Montenant, but it's just Monton. And I'm like, why is there an ENT if none of it is pronounced? It's not even Monte, it's Montenant.
Fashion. It's
Anyways,
fashion.
yeah. In German, we have like Ich
Oh, I'm getting
liebe.
called. Shit. I'll be back in a little.
Okay. For example, in German we have Ich liebe, du liebst, wir lieben, ihr liebt. I actually don't know. I want to do more research on that. Anyways, hold on. Let me mute myself real quick. That is the end of this part. A lot of cool stuff. Talked about a lot of stuff. Love hanging out with Glia.
Shit.
And can't wait to do more stuff with the crew. Take it easy, fellas. I didn't stop this.
Oh my god, it's only been 30 minutes and I'm